It's the Nina Air Show. The Nina Air Show. We're walking in excellence. This is the Nina Air Show. The Nina Air Show. We're walking in excellence.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Nina Ear Show where we talk excellence. Guys, today I have with me, as you can tell, no stranger to the show, Pastor Juanita.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. I want to jump into what we're doing. I want to tell you all about subscribing and all that, but you know that already. But it's something we must do today before we get started, and that is the Nina Ear Dance. Come on. Excellence. Come on. Excellence. Yeah. Excellence. She's got it. Excellence. Yeah. You've got it though, back girl. You've been practicing. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Today's topic is about as you know, this is gluten-free with Pastor Juanita. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about the benefits of switching to gluten-free. So the power of eating healthy, yes? So I want you to know from this scripture, 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, it should all be for the what? The glory of God. So a lot of people think, God is not interested in what we eat. So not true. I can tell you that definitively because it was a time of terribly, you know, and sometimes still find myself picking at things that I shouldn't, but it's not as nowhere near as high as it used to be. It has definitely decreased. And I will tell you for certainty that the Lord will often show me, you need to glorify me in what you eat. And that would always be so amazing to me that he would say, you need to, not in the language of that, but you know the scripture, so I'm putting it in the word as it's written. You need to glorify me. And I'm like, oh gosh, but I just barely mess up here. By nighttime, I'm getting a vision.
Correct.
You need to check yourself, right? So I'm saying that to say that yes, God is indeed interested in what you eat. He's indeed interested in our health, because why would he ask us and put it in the word that we should be cautious of what we put in our bodies, and we should take heed to ensure that we be healthy, because you got to remember we are carrying such great gifts. We are a vessel that carries such gifts. God will want us to be able to have long, prosperous, healthy lives. Yes, am I not correct?
Very true.
Absolutely. So today, Pastor Juanita is going to tell you, first of all, guys, we are going to be talking about this wonderful gluten-free banana bread that she have tried for about what, the first or second time?
This would be the second time I believe I've given a shot.
Second time, so it's not on the market yet. So she's getting it all perfected, but I will give you some, I will give you the first tip as a first-hand knowledge if it's good, because it is here with me. I'll show you later, and I'm going to be tasting it on the show. I don't know if this is good or bad for her, because my expressions always give me away. So let's get started, guys. So so tell me, Pastor Juanita, is the gluten-free lifestyle for everyone? Would it, first of all, before we even answer questions, we're going to share with you some benefits, okay, of switching to gluten-free, some benefits. And I'm a person that switched, so of course, because she's only making gluten-free, then she would ask me some questions along the lines of what the benefits of me switching, what was some of those highlights, the advantages, yes, but that is for a little bit in the show. So is the gluten-free lifestyle for everyone?
I would say no, because it's totally dependent on how it is made your body feel. I think sometimes people have gone into a fad in the sense of just easily transitioning to something because it is being labeled as healthier,
yes,
the healthier option. But really and truly, it's based on how your body feels at a particular time. You're going to be listening to your body. And sometimes when you're beginning to see or feel your body telling you some things, you got to listen and say, okay, probably there's a change that I need to make. But I don't want people to just switch now because they hear it, it's all bandied about there being, it's a marketing tool and ploy, and they just want to jump on the bandwagon and they realize, this is not working for me.
Yeah. I agree with you, because you have to go, but for me, I switched because, as you said, I listen to my body. So what she said is so important. And what are some of the signs of gluten-free intolerance?
Okay.
Of gluten intolerance, sorry.
So I can give a bit from both spectrums, from myself, my personal situation, as well as some research that I have done.
Okay.
So from my situation, I guess when I switched probably back about 5 years ago.
Oh wow, you switched a while now.
A while now.
Yeah.
Because I was having some digestive issues, tons of bloating. Probably used to suffer a lot from headaches, so that could have been the problem as well too. I was extremely tired and exhausted.
Guilty.
So that is from my experience. Now, that might not be yours, but there are a couple of things that I researched on. You have some people who have headaches. You have people who have skin, some form of bruising or blisters. You have some people that have constipation.
Yes.
And a whole wealth of things that probably are not coming to my mind right now, but you can do your research. It's online.
Yes.
You can just Google it and you can see the different things that you get. Yeah.
Yes, I think that's so key what you said, because I had similar experience with you, and that's how I was able to say, well, something is going on different with my body. And also things that you might have been able to eat before and tolerate, as you start getting older,
That's it.
your body kicks into a different gear.
Cause I used to eat bread like normal guys. I love bread.
Me
If
too.
you're a person like, especially Caribbean, we love our salt bread. We love our sweet
Flour, period.
period. Bakes no matter where you're from.
Yes.
And I just found as I got older, something just changed, and I was wondering to myself, what is happening?
Yeah.
I recognized that my body was not taken to the flour anymore.
Same with me.
Yeah.
What are some of the benefits and advantages of adopting to a gluten-free lifestyle?
Well, definitely the opposite of what I just said. In the sense, you're gonna have a lot more energy.
Yes.
You're not gonna have the digestive issues that you had before.
Yeah.
You're gonna increase the level of headaches, and you're gonna feel a lot more. I guess you're gonna have more passion for life. In the sense, you're able to do more throughout the day without feeling like you have to be in bed and sleeping. Like, even if, for example, some people eat a lot of flour, they find themselves so tired.
Yes.
And if you're tired, you don't get much done in a day.
Yes.
And then even in one of the things that I just mentioned, I forgot to mention the sense of a negative. Some people go into depression because obviously if you don't feel good about yourself, you're going to go into a depressive state. And this very well may have to do with the fact of how you're eating and eating flour like that.
Yes, that is such a key one where you said that and a lot of people don't think of what you eat to do with mental health, but it's a serious thing, guys. And what you said is so key, because the thing is with mental health is that you might not even recognize it has something to do with your food and how you feel about yourself. So you could be a person who's going to a slump of depression and never associated it to your food, never associated it to what's being released in your body from the foods. So that's such a really key point that you made. So I'm really thankful for that.
But can I ask a question?
Of course.
In the sense that since you've been in the gluten-free lifestyle for a while now, what are the benefits that you've experienced?
Some of the benefits that I've experienced is what you said, the increased energy level. When it comes to the bloating, seems like almost non-existent. So for me, when I put something in my body that has gluten, I recognize it immediately that something is off. The bloating comes, the headache comes, even mess with my vision. Yeah, that's a massive one. I know. You can do your research.
I did not know.
Yeah, it messed with my vision. Also, it messed with my creativity. I feel lethargic. Yes.
Brain fog.
Yes. Like I can't write, I can't work, I can't produce at the level I normally would or could. So I noticed all of that with the switch. It was a massive difference.
Yeah.
And so also it improves the skin as well, you know, the blood flow. Listen guys, this thing is, I mean, as Pastor Juanita said, it's not a fad. Don't switch because of a fad. Switch because you know for the health benefits of it. Don't even think about the cost, because I can tell you her stuff is not that costly. I mean, I know some people have some serious ridiculous prices, but they're not that costly. And the taste, because you get the taste. That's what I like, is that you still maintain the taste and the flavor.
That's the goal.
Yeah, yes. So that's some of my benefits. And as you said, the elimination of bloating and so forth. But and of course, one of the major things is that if you're married, you want to make sure you have lots of energy. If you have kids, you want to make sure you have lots of energy, right? Yeah. If you're a provider, I mean, come on, you have no energy to do your work. How are you going to provide? You know that at the end of the day, you have a certain amount of what do you call it? Like when you have your own business, it's a profit margin that you must reach to take care of your bills and you have that, and you have to take care of your household. Hey, how are you going to do that when at the end of the month you're not meeting that target? You must meet your target. Yeah. So you have to think of all of those things. So if it is that you need to switch, you need to switch. If you need, and what I would suggest as well, this is a tip. What I would suggest is to try it out. Yes. It may not be that. Maybe you need to go to the doctor. True. Yes. That is true. Because, okay, I'll be honest with you, I'm self-diagnosed. I'm sorry. But there might be some people who they need to go and seek medical advice, because I'm not a medical doctor, but you, as it says, you try it and you seek wisdom and counsel from your doctor, and then you go in whatever direction that will lead you. I agree, same with me. I'm self-diagnosed too, but I'll say this, you can try what we're saying. We're not nutritionists now, but we're saying still see, nutritionists, still see, see somebody, because the truth is that I'm self-diagnosed too, but I notice a difference.
Absolutely.
Our results tell you, I mean, if
your
you
body will always talk
always. If you go to the gym and you're working out and nothing happened, then it's not the gym, right? But if you're working out, something must change. And once you see results, you know, okay, by me doing these biceps, push-ups, whatever, there's a difference.
Yeah.
So you would do what? You won't switch to that, would you? You will stick to what works. Yes? Stick to what works. Yeah, so those are some of my benefits. When it comes to, so for someone who is brand new to the gluten-free lifestyle, how would you suggest they get started?
The first thing I always say, research.
Yes.
Because one of the things that I've learned in my journey, I figured just picking up everything on the shelf was going to work for me. Didn't recognize that certain flours weren't working for my body, so they would have the same effects as well as those I was eating flour and I didn't switch. Yeah. So that's a critical thing too. Sometimes you may be judging the flour that you bought. Like, this is the same thing, it's not working. You're utilizing the wrong flour for your body. And we mentioned in our last interview the fact about eating for your blood type. And the fact that you're going to know your body so well, in the sense of the flours that you can take and what you can take in. So even in the sense as I'm creating my products, I'm beginning to realize, oh, that doesn't work for me. Probably that will not work for someone else. And so that is one key. I think that we're also in an era too where there's so many different options available in the supermarket. When I first started, there wasn't any, and I had to work with what was there. But now when you go into the market, you can find on the aisle there's all-purpose flours. In the sense you could just switch out one to one. So even if you want to transition baking the stuff that you would have baked before using flour, you can always convert it immediately without having to create your own flour mix. So there's so many different things. So I would say in the sense, start small, do gradual switch in and switch out. If it doesn't work, don't give up. In the sense, just do your research and listen to your body.
Yeah, that's really good. Something came to me, guys, because we just shared a video of the benefit before we get to the gluten-free bread. But something came to me just now, and it is, okay, do you think, because sometimes I go online, I've never baked a cake in my life, and I've never baked a cake, no, I've never even attempted, never was. But recently I said to myself, imagine that. I've never even baked a cake. Like, would I not like to at least try to do something? But then I went online and the first thing popped up, I don't remember what I was researching, but something to do with gluten-free popped up. And the lady gave her recipe. Is that something you ever post online? Do you have a blog or anything like that?
That is something I'm thinking about. It is not I've not really put much thought into the sense of it because I've worked so hard on my recipes.
On your recipes. But remember, you don't always put the secret ingredient.
That is true. But I want to be honest, but I understand that. But I do want to help you all guys out there, so yes.
Because I've never been, and I'm thinking maybe it'd be nice if us have a show where you teach me how to create something, because I've never baked anything, and I would love it to be, the first thing I bake would be something gluten-free. Don't get me wrong, I would not be doing it all the time. I would still be buying from you, okay?
Well, I don't like that.
No, but I'm just saying, because it's not in me, remember.
I understand.
It's not me, it's not part of me, it's not how I'm designed. I don't actually like the kitchen. So persons who bake, like yourself, will always get my money, because I'm not going to be doing it. You see what I'm saying? So so it's fine. Like, I mean, come on. I know I have a treadmill in my home, a bike, everything. Do I still not go to the gym?
Yes.
I mean, I had a chair and everything, and obviously we're going to resume that again soon. So I'm saying that to say, just because you may do something, that does not mean, the odd time, like a lockdown, like now, you should be able to bake something. So you see how it comes in handy. It comes in handy.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's it. Any kind of tip or encouragement you want to leave before we go to the gluten-free?
For someone out there who is looking to determine if this is something for you to do, I would say give it a try. There's always a fear in the sense of what you're putting into your body. You don't exactly know how it's going to affect you, but I'm telling you, if you have been recognizing certain telltale signs about your body, because your body speaks, it has a voice, and you want to, in a sense, rule out other options of what it is that could be the problem, give it a shot. As I said, obviously, you just have to keep doing your research and so on. Don't take my word for it. But you do what you have to do in the sense of finding out this stuff and just gradually, engage in it. See if it works for you, and then go from there. If it doesn't, well, it doesn't. But it's a good alternative.
I agree. And you know what, guys? If you try it and you stick to it for, say, a month, 2, 3, they say 21 days, bring a habit, and then sometimes you mess up, that's okay. I'm still messing up all now. Just go back to it. I mean, sometimes people say, oh, I fell off. No, just Go back, because the thing is your body is so used to the gluten that it craves it.
Oh yeah,
you said it very well. The body has a voice. It's gonna call, give me gluten.
And it does.
Give me gluten. Give me gluten. And we all know gluten tastes so good.
Absolutely. There's a stretch and a pull. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
We're just being honest, but we have, yes. We're being honest, but we also are saying to you that because we understand and know listen guys, we've been on the other end of this, so we know we've been on the other end of the spectrum of knowing what gluten-free, what gluten does for us. And it's a horrible feeling. I've had gluten that made me feel so sick already, like I wanted to throw up.
It has been terrible. So when I think about that, I say, okay.
Thank you. Or when you think that you didn't achieve what you needed for the day, you say no. So let's get into this, because I know you want to know about this. Yeah, so tell us a bit about this lovely, scrumptious looking, all I said looking so far, gluten-free banana bread, which my husband and I will consume after the show.
Okay, so I guess a couple of customers would have asked me, I guess, in times gone by, do you have a gluten-free banana bread? Because obviously there's certain delicacies that people still want, but they still can't have it because there are not the alternatives out there for them to purchase. And I thought to myself, let me give it a shot, and since I'm down in lockdown, let me make use of the time. And I used to make a banana bread before, and I wanted to get an alternative to that. So when I spoke about having a gluten-free flour mix that can, you can aim to switch and be able to get this. So with this one, I created this during lockdown. And it has a lot of flavors in it. It has banana.
Specifically. It smells so good. Let me smell that. It smells so good. The flavors are like coming at me. Sorry.
No problem. And your spices, I put spices in there for those who love spices. I have coconut in here.
Ooh, I love coconut, but coconut doesn't love me.
My bad.
No, that's fine. Come on, it's gluten-free,
So yeah, so basically this is what I came up with, and I pass it over now to you.
It looks really good, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but look at this. Look at this, and the box is so nice. You should really keep this style and everything, because you get a peekaboo type of thing effect. This is really nice. I really love this. I really love this. You see, I'm like OCD when it comes to order. I can't even just put it there. I must flap it over properly and close it properly and all kinds of stuff. Look at that. On the show, you're seeing my habits. So guys, yeah, so this is it, and this is how it looks on the inside when you cut it. And I have the end because I love the end of the bread.
Sometimes people fight over that part, by the way.
My husband doesn't mind. He just says, go have it. He doesn't mind. You eat any part of it, okay? But I would take this and he would usually have the rest.
Yeah.
But I love this. So now guys, here is the test. So let's go. You praying?
I'm praying. Guys, pray at home with me.
Yes. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to have it with a fork, because when I'm home I do not. This is a real show here now, guys. So let's go. Gotta smell it, because the smell, no, seriously, I love to smell gluten-free. I love to smell banana bread baking, period. Moist, which is hard to achieve when it comes to gluten-free.
Yep, it can be very dry.
Very soft, I can actually feel like, I don't know if it's a coconut or the grapes or stuff in there.
Yeah.
So I let that bit of crunch in it. You passed the test.
Oh wow, thank you.
You can actually put this on the market now.
Thank you so much.
I'm not exaggerating. Guys, tell her about me. I'm not.
No, you don't.
I'm going to be like, something's nice, but because we're on the show, we want, I'm not going to be like, because then people are back then like, but you said, no, seriously, you can actually put this on the market now.
Thank you.
Because remember, I usually buy gluten-free banana bread. This is good.
Thank you.
This is good because remember, you never was selling it before.
No.
And I love gluten-free bread.
It's the second time I'm making it, guys.
Exactly. No, this is good and it's marketable.
Thank you.
And you would definitely, for those who love gluten-free bread, look, yes. I'm like, okay, good. Okay. I go, I'm going to put it there. But believe me, it's going to be finished before that slice, yes. But, yes. But you can actually market that now. Because it's marketable, the taste is there, the moisture is there, the crunch is there. You can actually feel almost like when you're eating like, but this of course will be banana and cookies or something. You can feel the crunch in there. Maybe it's the coconut.
It's probably coconut.
What else do you have in there? Not give away a secret ingredient, but there's some other crunch I'm tasting.
The only crunch should be coconut. The other things would just be banana, which we know is going to be moist.
Moist, yes.
But it's just going to be the spices that you have, which I grate on my nutmeg, by the way. I try to get that fresh. I know you can buy the packaged stuff.
It's
But
good.
I like to do it that way.
I love the texture, and I love that is. I mean, some people may not like it this color, but I love that color and everything too, because some people make the banana bread kind of like brown.
And I use brown sugar. They have said, based on research, and I think based on my own experience,
Yes.
brown sugar works well with gluten-free, and it gives a very nice flavor that white sugar does not.
It's good.
Yeah.
Market that. So tell us where we can find you so we can wrap up this show today. I love it.
Okay, so you can find me on Winnie's Healthy Eats. I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook. So you can see all of my stuff that I'm doing right now. And I'll be releasing my menu soon with all the other dishes now. And so be looking out for that shortly, yeah.
So we know we're in the lockdown, but we don't know when we're gonna come out, like, in the sense of go back to selling business wise. So give us like a little time frame when we can look for this on your menu, just because I mean I'm here advertising it, people are gonna be like,
Okay,
oh my gosh.
I'm gonna actually put myself out there, I'll say by the last week in February.
Oh wow, that's like recently. That's around the corner.
Right.
Yes.
So I'll do that, yeah.
No, it's good. So she doesn't have price point now because, like she said, it's just a second one. But by then you will get a price point. Yes. And as I said, her stuff is not over the top expensive, so you will be able to afford it in this season. Yes. I know everybody's watching their pennies and so forth. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much as usual.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless your business and everything,
so
because
much.
that is so key when you have a business. And I know that you've invested a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy, and a lot of sleepless nights trying to get your product right.
Early in the morning.
Yes, and God would also bless that because you've invested the time, you've been diligent to what God has given to you. So God bless you. Amen. So guys, that's it for today. As you know, on this show we talk excellence, and excellence is a choice, and in all you do, aim for excellence. One of the things that I want to leave with you though, as Pastor Juanita was speaking, is that we should never try to settle for less. Okay? We may know that gluten-free is best for us, and we will say, okay, I can't have that. There's always something that you can cut out your budget to afford what you need. Do not settle for less. Because if you settle for less, you'll settle for a lesser life. And that could be a lesser life as in the life you live in, whether it be bountiful or whether it be prosperous in the sense of finances or health or whatever. I'm talking about a lesser life in the aspect of health. And if your health is deteriorated, you will never be able to fulfill your destiny as God intended. So that's it for today. God bless you. We love you from the Nina Air Show. Bye guys.
Bye.
It's the Nina Air Show. The Nina Air Show. We're walking.